Good morning, Kingdom. Good moment. I am so happy you're here. Thank you for being so patient because I try so hard to maintain a schedule here on the channel, and then life happens. And these portals happen. As one portal closes, that 3-3 portal came and kicked my butt again. And I'm just waiting until my body has endured enough of these to be able to withstand all these energies, because I'm still within my first year. It's 11:33. I keep looking at the phone right here, and I'm almost 1 year into being a brand new baby on earth here in God's eyes. So a lot of things are changing for me, and I got a new deck. I was so happy to receive this. I received something else from God's magic there in my world, and how he does those things. I just love it so much. So we're going to play with this new deck today, and it's beautiful. I've used it once for a personal reading yesterday. It was one of those things where I was just in the store and I had no intentions to buy it, and I just had to. So we're going to see what's going to come out today, where I'm just going to go for it. I'm planning to do a lot more for the channel within this next night tomorrow. So please let me just have the time to catch up with all these signs. I'm also kind of just being pulled to just do what my energy wants me to do, what God's telling me. 1, 2, 3 right there. There's that ascension. Okay, Father, that confirmation, and that card there. I think I'm just going to start doing signs that I've been able to establish here. I connect really well with Sagittarius. I connect really well with Libra. I connect really well sometimes with Aquarius and Leo. And, you know, so I'm just going to be doing those. And we'll see what happens on the channel, what else comes out. So that card there for our Kingdom Collective here, Lord. Our Kingdom Collective here. This is just a regular, wow, a regular tarot deck there. Beautiful. Let's do one more here, he says. One more. Oh, one more, but that's a lot. Well, it's that one right there, 211. Okay, now we've got the bottom of the deck to do. He doesn't want to do a secret card today. No secret card. Let's see what happens. 222. Okay, so let's see what this first card is. The Lover's card in the negative. 2, 3, 4. There's that ascension. That Lover's card, man, in the negative. Now, let's take a look at this beautiful card. Look at that look from above. God himself there just looking down at these two twin flames, ain't it? Yeah. Look at that. Adam and the Eve. There's the apple. Look at the snakes even on the tree. Wow. Look at that mountain back there. Yeah, there's that tree there even too, and Eve's looking at it. Yeah, look at that. So it's in the negative though. So the decision has yet to be made. And this Lover's decision is a choice for yourself, a choice for them. You know, for them to make themselves 3, 2, 1 when we saw that. A choice to make between two lovers in general. Because, I mean, I'm seeing 2 here. I see 2 hands, and that's lovers. Right? So it could be that too. Gemini is also here. This is very present. 333 was just there. This also brings in the Hierophant in the past energy here. And this past energy, I feel as if this Hierophant energy is becoming positive and starting to move on in with this ascension. And that's why this Lover's decision isn't here. I really feel as if someone is torn between 2 people. One who's present, one who is not. And they are still considering making this choice because in their truest hearts of hearts, within their 5, their Hierophant, they're not making the right decision for themselves. 411. They're not making the right decision within their twin flames, the 4 of Wands, right? Now, if this is the situation presently, and we're looking at the situation past within that Hierophant energy and those 2 twin flames that must heal in the inside to come together on the outside for all divine peace, right? Well, then what's going to be the present of this situation? Well, this Lover's card is bringing in that Chariot, wouldn't it be? So it's like you almost are just stuck in this Lover's decision of where 444, you're protected. And I mean, sweetheart, you're protected right here. Look at that. There's that halo. My armpits are sweating like crazy all of a sudden. Oh my gosh. I feel like I'm swimming under there. I'm sure if I like got a straw or something and went, you know, Wow, Lord, that is insane. It's like you know that this is coming. It's like you've always known that you were going to have to make a choice. And now that this choice, this pressure is finally coming in. I mean, that Chariot 511 is revving up in the garage. It's warming up. The garage door is kind of poked up a little bit so that carbon monoxide doesn't continue to imbalance you as you're clearing the rest of this negative toxicity out. However, it's all negative, and I really feel like it's incoming. It's incoming negative energy. It's not going to be good in the sense of, if you cannot balance yourself and make that inner choice for yourself first before you make the outer choice for this lover's twin flame situationship, right? I mean, all of it's there, that Hierophant, that lovers, and then that Chariot, that 5, 6, and 7 that we are looking at here. 5 and 6, that's within this 11. So 555 is going to be here right now, just a minute there. Yep, boom, there we go. So 5 and 6 is 11. 11 brings in this justice. This twin flame relationship has not even begun to do what it was supposed to do. There is all this karmic cycle that's ending out, because I keep seeing how this is circling down the drain. He keeps showing me that. It's just going down left, 611. It's not going up right. It's not going down. It's not producing the right current positively to move on in the right direction. But it's starting to, and this change that's happening. I mean, we already saw that Chariot trying to warm up a little bit. It's really getting ready to be on stage, right? There's so much here within that 5 and 6, that 11, that overall justice, that fresh air. That's Gemini there again for you. I'm just telling you that. But if we look at that 11, it's really these mirrors, these lovers of masculine and feminine energy, 1 and 1, with that colon in between there. That positive and that negative energy from both sides to be able to fuse together like batteries and move on. 11 goes down to 2, which is Magician, High Priestess energy, masculine and feminine. So can you see how now this 2 has already branched up by way of that 3, that Empress energy, to make that 6? Okay, 7, 11 right there. And then you add the 5 more of that Hierophant, because it's there, it's already backdoored, to make that 11. That justice, that Libra energy to come on in, okay? That gives us that overall root number of 2. Noah was directed to load the ark 2 by 2. You're not making the right decision in your life, sweetheart, to continue going 2 by 2 in the positive. You are not continuing to put this potential energy into a situation that is not truly what is meant for your heart. It's very much settling energy. You're happy with this person, but it's not what your spirit wants. It's like you're just happy in the flesh. You could be happy. You could have a wonderful life, but you'd be settling because you want that connection on the inside. You want that justice to come back for all of that pain, all of that time, all of those thoughts that you put in. 8-11, every single thing that you've ever put yourself in for this twin flame relationship will always come back to you in that effort and that true, genuine compassion that you held for that person. So now let's go back to this 5, 6, and 7. 5 and 6 are rooting up to that big 2. Now what happens when we take the other side of that reflection and we take that 6 and that 7? Well, that 6 to that 7, that Lover's Chariot. Which way do I go once I make the decision? Which decision should I make to go this way? Which decision should I make to go that way? That leads us up to 13. And 13 is within this death and rebirth. And that's 2 by 2 right after this justice, right after this Libra energy, the Lamid, the shepherd's staff to guide you in that right direction within that judgment, to move your wheel within that hermit energy. That's already there. We already saw it because now we're up to this death and rebirth. This overall reconfiguration, 9/11. Thank you, Yeshua the HaMashiach, for being here. Good morning. You have this now death and rebirth energy within that Lovers. Okay, within that Lovers, the Chariot's going to this death and rebirth. New things are going to be starting over. Now 6 and 7, when we root that up to 13, 1 plus 3 is 4. So now, this is this present energy. That past energy was that 5. But now if we're taking that 13 and we're going 1 to 4, right? Or 1 to 3, and that's the 4, that's the Emperor. So the Emperor is here within this Lover's decision. That feminine energy, sure, we talked about. It's the 2 by 2s. It's the air. It's the feminine emotions coming up. It's the truth. I really feel as if this masculine on this opposite side of this twin flame, or if you're masculine, you're feminine, but I'm really picking up that I'm talking and speaking with the feminine right now. Whether you're Gemini or Libra or not, it doesn't matter. 10, 11, there's that closing and then that ascension to move on. We don't have just that current and that's it. We operate off all 12 of these. What we dominantly operate off is our main properties of our sun, moon, and rising signs. Okay, just hold that in mind there. When this 4 comes in this Emperor energy, it's this overall control, but that Hierophant is still there. So once again, Lord, thank you, Father, very much for confirming and also having my back now within this last few several twin flame readings, and out of all that gematria, math, science, energy that I've showed you, this masculine is beginning to start his Hierophant energy to make this decision. I really feel as if this masculine has continued to show me in these cards by way of God that he has awakened. He has awakened, and it's almost as if he knows that you're 11, my goodness, see, he knows that you're settling. He knows that you're settling because he shares your thoughts, he shares your feelings, he shares your heart. He knows that you're settling. 1122, he very much wants to have all of that fresh justice as well. There's very much communication that needs to be here. A lot of things that need to be said within this justice, and justice is our mental thoughts, right? It's everything that we wish that we would have said, because did you know that out of 100% of communication between humans, only 7% of that is verbal? 93% of that is what we think, what we feel, what we don't say. That's a lot. That is a lot of room to make a decision. How are you supposed to make a decision off of 7%? Okay? That's one card. That's just one card. Also, let's go back to this 5, 6, 7 really fast. This 5 and 6 reaches up to the 2, right? 12, 11 there. Thank you, Lord. And then that 6 and 7 reaches up to the 4, right? That Emperor in his magician energy, that High Priestess energy, it's overall Emperor reflecting in this twin flame relationship from this feminine side. It is finally all coming back around here. Okay, it's gonna, yes, Lord, I get what you're doing here. He always has me draw, and I love it. I'm just letting you know, if you're new here, welcome to Wounds to Light. I also like to color. Okay, I'm gonna use purple, apparently. Okay, so we have this 1, 4, and 2 and 3. Okay, 1, 4, 2, and 3. This is our masculine current. This is our feminine current. But what happens is when we leave and ascend on and all of this separation happens, all of these healings, all of this backdoor shedding, all of this shadow work, the ego, the trauma, all of that, that's exactly what's going on. So right now within this, heart here, our temple, our kingdom, our atria, and our ventricles here, this whole entire twin flame situationship has already been through the hardest part. It's already been through the growing, the positivity. 1331 there on the freaking camera. 13 within that 6 and 7, that death and rebirth is mirroring that 1331, which is 4 and 4, which brings this in 4 and 4 from the masculine and the feminine properties, the feminine views. This masculine has awakened. There's too much signs here. There's too many proof, Lord. So thank you. Again and again and again, he continues to thrive in this new environment that he has been given, and this push and pull that this feminine is feeling. Because what's happening right here in this twin flame relationship is that while this separation is going on, this Hierophant energy is coming on the inside of both twin flames. And then once that happens, 1411 there, it's going to project out. It would have to, because it has to process through the beginning and the end. It has to process from the whole entire inside first, the brain and the heart, before it can be projected out to be seen. Okay, this twin flame relationship is stuck right here. This is what's going on. This is what's going on, is that this transition from this big Empress, because this 2 is already here. We saw that 2 lovers. We saw that 2 swords. We saw it, that 2 by 2. It was already here. So this whole journey, all of this pain, this ascension, this growth has just been trying to bring in more of this feminine energy that's healthy, calming, caring, kind. Right here, okay? Let me show you. Let's do blue. So this is going to be like that. fire, air, cups, pentacles. See what I did there? 1511. Okay. So now, wands. Wands is fire. It has to ascend on with the truth to be able to grow that oxygen, to be able to bloom it and be able to create more, right? Well, then that air comes in, those swords, they reflect all of this, and they continue to produce more into the cups. And our temples, our kingdoms, our emotions, our hearts are water. And water has memory, so that's why all of this is being able to build here. And then when this ascends on and all comes back around, because you know that eventually this is going to have to go back this way, the 4 to the 1. Okay, this 5 Hierophant is right here. This 5 and 1, that's exactly what goes on here. This Hierophant is starting to bloom and come together for that masculine, but the feminine is also really feeling it. You are, if you're the feminine. Masculine, you're like, holy fucking shit, this is exactly what I'm going through, and now this makes sense. But this is exactly why this twin flame journey has been so hard, so intense. Nothing is able to ever compare to it, which is why that settling energy is here. I'm settling for 7%. I want 100. I want thousands. Okay, that's what we are looking at as a twin flame relationship. Okay, now when this happens, this is going to be that overall divinity here, and you're going to have this sense of divine peace, and these twin flames are going to be able to have that reunion and come back and heal and communicate to each other, say what needs to be said. Finally, that is beautiful. We have one card, one little cute little drawing, and we're 1711 into this. My goodness. Next card. Also, really fast, when we talked about that 2 and that 4, that makes 6. Which is the Lover's energy. So do you see how it's, honey, it's what is once yours is and you lose it, it's going to come back to you. What goes around comes around. It was meant to be yours to begin with. It is always yours. It's just not quite abundant yet. Let's see what this card is. Look at this 7 of Cups. Wow, that's such a beautiful card. Look at that crown. Look at that gem in there. I absolutely love it. Wow, it looks like everything on top is really what's bad for you. And then everything on the bottom here. What's that? Looks like a little dragon. You know, maybe here's the 3. 3 bad. 3 good. The light and the dark. Sin. Lies. Truth. You know, 1s, 2s, because we have to have equal 2x2s and 3x3s, right? And then this is you in that 1 cup, and you're looking out at all of these things that you've done, all these things that you could have done, all these things that you wish you would have done, and all of these things that you know now to do, and all of these things that you know to not do, right? This Lover's decision is here because of all that you learned in all of your cups and all of your wisdom, knowledge, power, perception. Everything that you learned and gained knowledge within this power of God is everything that replaced the power of Satan, that grief, that baggage, that emotional damage, everything that's here was replaced because you did the work, you did the healing, but you're still unsettled. If this is a positive 7, that means that's a positive chariot, right? Which we already established here before. So this positive chariot's going to be moving in the right direction when that potential energy finally comes in. This is 7 of 3s. 7 of 3s is 21s. Make that a big 3. That's that Empress energy. This Empress is sure of her consequences. This Empress's chariot is ready to go. She has been waiting. This Empress has been waiting on standby for this Emperor to come in. And while this Emperor is coming in, she's decided to fill herself with another person's energy, because I strongly felt that. We already talked about that. There's torn between 2 lovers. What's that fucking song that Fred Meyer used to play while I worked there? And oh my God, you know, it's literally here. And this feminine is just like, I'm standing in the upright. I did my consequences. I did my time. I know what I'm waiting for. But in the meantime, I still want to be happy on earth, and I still want to love and heal and have a lot to give. And sure, I should deny myself and just focus on in, but there's this another energy here. And if this next energy is what's helping you get through Why not? God wants you to be happy. What if this person, this masculine, is to never come forward? Sure, they can awaken, but that doesn't mean that they're going to come forward. Does that mean that you should? Maybe. Who knows? What is your wheel going to say? Okay. Depends. It all depends on how you want to go upon your consequences emotionally with this. And if we are going by our emotions, honey, that is flesh. We are not going by our spirit or the power of God. I also feel as if you know this because this separation happened and over and over and over and over and over again because of the negative consequences. You know, not only is yours in the positive, sweetheart, but this masculine or this other feminine, you guys were adults with the energies, whoever your twin flame is, their consequences were negative. As you're sitting there and saying, no, I know this is true. I know this is it. I just can't figure it out. Why don't you work with me? Baby. Why don't you just meet me in the middle, baby? You just wanted to be met in the middle, but they weren't willing to give that to you. They're looking at these cups, this masculine, and he's saying, gosh, I did everything wrong. I hurt her. I hurt them so much. 2111. And now I'm awakened and I don't have my person. I'm not balanced. I have a huge decision to make. Do I come forward and tell this person, even though she might be involved? There is a huge fear of, he fears that he has lost his person forever. Let's see what else this card is here. I love it. 7-2, it still brings in that Chariot. And do you see that ascension too? That 6 and 7, that's clearly right here. I mean, that's just a huge death and rebirth once again. Everything that served this twin flame relationship before was meant to bring on this healing and to bring in this new power. Okay, let's see this card here. Look at this, 5 of Swords. 5 of Swords. Look at this. I love that. That's a beautiful card. I really feel as if the feminine here is overthinking. 22 minutes even there. 22 minutes even there. A big 4, that Emperor. She's really thinking a lot about her Empress. There's also 2 2s there. 2 by 2. 2 swords. 22-11. Oh my gosh. 2 swords. 2 swords. But there's one more that needs to be met. And who's got it? Who's willing to take the sword out of the stone? 22-22. See that big 4 again on each side to match. This feminine, she cannot stop thinking about this masculine. And it's funny because this masculine, her Emperor, within those wands, that's masculine energy, is also thinking about her in her own feminine energy, these swords. So it's almost as if, you know, you're minding your business, you're going through life, you know that this is in the background, but there's nothing you can do. And then all of a sudden, here he comes in with this push and pull and telepathic messages. And you're just like, oh, I don't want to think about you. I can't help but think about you. You know, you even like tried to break the cord. You tried to do something along those lines of, I don't want any karmic and more cycles. I want to be free of it because I know that my consequences are for me and they are mine and they are mine to own. What you do are your consequences, not your twin flames, but what your twin flame decides to do and you vice versa. 23-11 there. 23 is that big 5. Okay. It both has consequences within these mirrors and this reflections. Okay. Now imagine if this 5 of Swords here, this mental defeation of continuing to think about each other. Nothing that either of you say or do by yourselves, and nothing of what you either say or do with someone else. 23-33. It doesn't matter. There is a constant manipulation within our brain of thinking about each other. We say manipulation, and I use manipulation, but us humans have put a negative tone to that. Either way, this energy must be manipulated. It cannot control for itself. We control it. But who controls us? Do you see this? So if we're not serving that power of God, then what are we serving? That negative power that's just continuing to not give us the best. And this is where this comes in. I also use this as like Wicked Witch of Israel, Jezebel card. There is nothing that you can say or do to get rid of this connection, but you just have to follow through on what's best for you and your consequences spiritually. 24-11 was right there. This masculine is, he cannot take his mind off of you no matter what he does. No matter what he does, you know, he's just walking through, going to work, he's driving, he's turning at an intersection and he sees the 3 numbers or the last 4 numbers that remind him of your phone number, you know, or he's walking along the lake on his lunch break and, you know, he just starts thinking about you. It is so impossible for him, which makes it so impossible for you. Okay. Now think about this. If we're loading these 2 by 2, that's 10 of Swords overall within these twin flame connections. That's 10 of Swords. That's so much that needs to be said. Who knows what would happen after a reunion, after a physical connection is made. But everything that's going to be said will also help this Lover's energy that I just threw down on the floor there. This will also help this Lover's energy come in to be prioritized, 2511, in that healing, in that present moment, to be able to move on in the right way. My goodness, this is also that 5 to 7 to 6 again here. 5, 6, and 7. Wow. So now let's do this. If we do 5, 6, and 7, so 6 and 7 is 13, plus 5 is 18. 18, my dear, is the moon. It's also this huge rooted out high arcana of the feminine side, the Empress's energy. This masculine is really bringing in his moon side. His moon sign might even be Libra or Aquarius or Gemini here. That could be it as well. And what's going on is that within these huge brooded out moon, this manipulation is coming in. And not only is it coming in for him and his eyes, because it's always been there, he's really starting to see what he was not allowing to be manipulated properly in the positive. What does the moon do to our water? It ebbs and it flows, and it takes the tides out and it takes the tides in. And it's just this overall balance of this steady flow. So nothing stays too still. Nothing starts to become negative. Nothing starts to grow algae. Nothing starts to become standstill water full of bacteria, infection, the power of Satan. So imagine all of this water inside of your body that you are not being truthful to, and how sluggish it is making you feel, how off you are feeling, even though you're just trying to move on. It is not what is meant for you. The negative consequences hanging on to you from this twin flame relationship are gone. But it's hard because in that mental capacity, there's so much fear to just come and say what needs to be said because of what the past is being held on to. There's a huge spiritual backbone band-aid boo-boo that just needs to be ripped open. Let's see this last card here. I love that. Also 18 goes back down to 9, 27, 11, and 9 is that hermit energy, the willingness to be able to go in, down, and isolate, and really give it a big hug and hold on tight to it, because it's Jesus, and Jesus is going to take that next potential energy and move that wheel, which we've already been talking about. We have seen 10 tons of times here. 10 of Swords, we saw 10, 11 on the screen there. Okay, that 10 is going to come right after that 9, and it's going to put you in that direction for that fresh justice, which we had already seen. And it's also right here. Okay, this last card here, let's see. Oh my gosh, you are joking. 4 of Wands. Wow, Lord. 4 of Wands. See, this twin flame, this ending, this security, this stability. Look what's going to happen is both of you take the knowledge and power and perception from what you learned, 2811, when you're able to overcome all of the thinking and actually just speak upon what's truly in your hearts of hearts. You're going to have this happily ever after when you finally have made that lover's decision. In that big 4, that emperor, this emperor really wants to come back and return and say something. He totally does. He cannot stop thinking about you. And feminine, you're kind of just like, well, I'm waiting because I did it, 5, 6, 7 years before this. We already have this 5, 6, 7. Okay. And our moon signs and our truth and what's hidden. The light is finally coming to this masculine. This 4 of Wands is here, and I cannot believe it. I also can't help but see, we already have the 7 of Cups there, right? Isn't this deck just beautiful? Oh my gosh, I love it. Now we have 7 of Cups right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right there in front of the door. The door, the let. In Psalm 119 in Hebrew, it goes back to the Empress. That King of Wands, man, that twin flame masculine, this is him. This is him. Oh shit, I just gotta go say something. I just gotta go say something. I'm shaking in my boots, but I know that I'm gonna go there and win Princess Peach from the castle. You know, this person, my goodness, there is so much that just needs to be said. He's finally recognized the truth, which this Empress, you already know. It's just kind of going to be like this finally moment. You know, look at all those grapes in the back. Isn't that beautiful? How fruitful that could be. Look at the stability. The white flag is just, it's just waving there like you're just done. You surrendered. And now it's time for this masculine to do it. That's beautiful. All right, are we ready to see the bottom of the deck? 3011 there. 4 of Cups in the negative. Four of Wands. 4 of Wands. When you are allowing yourself to trump the fear, to be able to come together, you're going to have this Tropic of Cancer instead of Tropic of Capricorn, because this is facing down. This emotions are going to be high. There's going to be 3 of Cups, being able to establish yourself and be celebrating your successes. There's no longer any third parties in the background because he's made up his damn mind. And what's going to happen? That 4 of Cups is going to come in because it would have to, because 2 by 2. So 1 plus 2 is going to be 3. So we have that 4 of threes, and it's right here. 4 of Cups, 4 of Empress energy to meet this masculine, and he just hasn't done it yet. He's still so focused on how to even present himself. 3111. Thank you, Father. He's going to do it, though. He's going to make the move. 4 of Wands is here and 4 of Cups is here. So it could be 4 weeks to 4 well, days, months, weeks. Okay, 4 days to 4 weeks I'm seeing here. So yeah, and 1 month. Wow. Yeah, 1 month. I'm 4 weeks to a month here. Yep. 4 of Cups. King of Cups. Shut up, Lord. Shut the front door. Oh my goodness. Look at King of Cups, King of Cups. I'm trying to figure out how to have control. I'm trying to figure out how to have control of my heart. I gotta come in and make this lover's decision. This is that Cancer energy. This is this overall, I am yours, baby. I will do whatever it takes. There's cups here all over the place. There's cups, there's cups. This person was a heavy, heavy drinker. They have tried to relax themselves from it, which is why it also, this is hard, 3211. These telepathic messages have really started to come in, also by way of music. I saw music as the waves here, or I saw the waves and I was thinking about the waves, and I noticed this mermaid tail. Isn't that beautiful? But it also looks like a trumpet to me in the music waves. There's music that's playing in telepathic messages through you from him, because this twin flame relationship is just so on key now. Look, there's a fish there that's even just jumping, ready to go. Yeah, and that ship in the background, let's just sail away from everything emotionally. You know, I'm your king, baby. I want to give you my whole entire heart. I just don't know how to do it yet. I know that it's you. I need my Queen of Cups, because if I'm loading this 2 by 2s, okay, if I'm your King of Cups, baby, you're my Queen of Cups, which also means that you are each other's King and Queen of Wands. It's all coming back. It is all coming back right here. Please give yourself and your twin flame more than 7%, because the number one human condition, 3311, the number one human condition is to just be heard. Not just hear your sentence. Oh, okay, yeah. It's to physically, really, honestly, genuinely be heard, to be understood, and for these behavior patterns to change. That King of Cups is glorious. There's that Cancer card again. There might be a Gemini Cancer cusp here. This Cancer might be this masculine's moon sign. Okay. Although Cancer is just that overall emotional happiness. And that's really what the Lord has planned here. Let's pull one more card right here. Let's see. Actually, this is going to go like this. Let's do this. I love it, because we have 4 and 4 right there. That overall 4 kings and 4 queens to make that Emperor and that Empress energy. Okay. Last card on the deck. Look at that. 2 of Pentacles. Look, I know you're my twin flame, honey. I'm your King of Cups. I'm sorry that I wasn't able to provide for you on land, just in water. I wasn't able to even take care of your water. But now I'm here to do both. Now I'm here to stable you emotionally, and now I'm able to here to stable you physically, because I'm able to help you spiritually. I want to be able to come in. What you are the opposite of me. I'm dark and you're light, but we are still equal. We both have 2 ships. We both have emotions to sail away from. We both have stable land to build upon. And that's right here. That's right here. This fellow, this masculine energy, he understands this difference between him, this light and the dark, the new temperance energy that would be within him after that death and rebirth. We already saw that. Also, we kind of already saw it because that 1 and 4, right, is that big 5. It's that true manifestation of what is truly overall all of our properties, our fire, air, water, and earth within that big 14, that big temperance energy. Okay, that is beautiful. He knows that things need to change. This also could be an overall earth sign as well. Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus is now here. We have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We have it all. And this is exactly what twin flame properties are. Let's see here. You have a last card here. Last card here. We're going to put it there. Last card here for this twin flame. Wow. Let's see here. What is that? The Tower. I love it because right after the Tower, I mean, it's the moon and the star and the sun, the whole overall balance of true magnetic force. Magnetic force, and that's exactly what a twin flame is. I couldn't even tell you what I would be like, what I would be buzzing, what I would be experiencing if my twin flame was right in front of me right now after not seeing him or hearing his voice or anything. I know that my body would still be freaking out. My tower would still be coming undone. What comes after that death and rebirth? That temperance energy, the devil, that Capricorn energy, that Tropic of Capricorn. Capricorn, he always has me say Capricorn, that Tropic of Capricorn. Ugh, my left armpit's really sweaty again. It's like dripping. What the heck? Ugh. This Tropic of Capricorn that the devil resides in, our wands, our low values, our true character, we have to rise above within our highly body here, within our tower. Right now, this masculine has yet to do it, but he is truly, truly experiencing this new upgrade within himself, these masculine and feminine properties. And this twin flame, this feminine, she's just waiting at the top of the tower. Oh, Emperor, wherefore art thou, my Emperor? As all of these flames are just in the background because she is untouchable. She's done the work. She understood the assignment and she did it. You did it, feminine. Masculine, it's your turn to meet her in the middle. To meet yourself in the flesh, 3711, within this mirror. All of this overthinking, this addiction that you need to overcome. Let's talk about this for a second because King of Cups, that's 13 cups right there. 13 death and rebirths within your emotions. Then we have 4 of Cups and 7 of Cups. That's 11 cups. So cups within your justice here, both sides of you, masculine and feminine. 13 is 4 overall cups right there. 11 overall cups is 2 of Cups, which we would have to have 2 by 2 with the 2 of Pentacles. It is all here for you, my dear. It is all here for you, masculine. The only fear that you have is the power of Satan. And he does not want you to do this. He does not want you to go upon this adventure for happily ever after here because he will lose you. Honey, why does he want you so bad if you are invaluable? Why does he want you so bad and making your twin flame suffer while this twin flame, your feminine, is clearly trying to call you in the right direction? 3811, that is the overall energy here of the Lovers. You have a decision to make and you've not made it this whole entire time, this 5, 6, 7 years. What else do you need to make it? The Tower, it's right here, sweetheart. In Hebrew, this goes back to the pay. Psalm 119, and the pay goes back to the mouth. What are you going to be feeding your mouth energetically and spiritually? What are you going to be paying for spiritually? Consequently, right, with the 7 of Cups. Thank you, Lord, for having my back. Okay. What are you going to be manifesting out of your stomach here, your tower, your mouth? What are you going to be presenting yourself? What are you going to be taking in to be removed out? There's all this new opportunity for growth. And that's just right here as well within these pentacles. All of this potential that you have, masculine. It is brewing up. Her chariot's already ready to go. She's ready to meet you at the carpool so you guys can just drive down together. 3911. Thank you, Father. Okay. My goodness. Let's see the bottom of the deck to that, and then we're going to call it a reading. That Tower was in the negative, but it's coming. Huge paradigm shift. And right after that, that third eye, that veil, Isaiah 25:7, the veil is going to be ripped off of all nations inside of this masculine. He has awakened and yet to really see the good stuff. He's freaking out too. He is just freaking out. All right, last card and we're going to call it. The Emperor. Even. Oh my Lord. The Emperor, man. He is coming in hot. He is coming in hot. 6 of Wands. He will be, though, and both of you will be riding off together. He's gonna be, look at all these wands I got for you, baby. There were flowers on top of them, but I'm going through my seasons, and I can't wait to show you them again. Oh my gosh. 2 of Wands. 6 of Wands there total with that 2. 2 by 2 is 8 of Wands. Hello, that's 4 of Wands double. 2 by 2. 10 of Wands in the negative. Shut up. And we already talked about that. That 10 of Wands. It's no longer going to be oppressing you. There's so much truth that needs to be said here. Last card. Queen of Wands. You are absolutely joking, Lord. You are absolutely joking. Oh my God. And Temperance. Temperance energy. That big 1-4. And 7 of Swords. 4111. 2 by 2 with that 5 of Swords, and it's in the negative. Holy twin flame. I love you. 10 of Pentacles. He doesn't have me finished yet. Knight of Wands and the Chariot. And the Sun. There it is. Okay. There it is right there. The Chariot and the Sun, Knight of Wands and 10 of Pentacles. He's restoring that configuration of the masculine to give all those properties the equal give and take within those 9s, that solo energy, and then that 10 to overflow everything between this king and queen. This Knight of Wands, this twin flame masculine, he's coming in, and he's coming in hot. His Chariot is running, and there it is. There's that Chariot. We already knew it because she had one too. You do. And there's the Sun. It's in the negative because that victory is not yet here, but it is projected. You're gonna love it.